Hello, this is Ron Climer, and I am with Keller Williams Realty in Daytona Beach, Florida, Ormond Beach, Florida. I want to talk to you this morning about mortgage liens. If you own a $300,000 house and you owe $200,000 on it, that $200,000 is called a lien against your property. Now, a lot of times people have more than one lien. Usually your first mortgage is your biggest mortgage. Not always, but usually. So you got a $300,000 house, you owe $200,000 on it, you have $100,000 in equity. Well, a lot of times people will go down to the bank and maybe they want to put in a swimming pool. So they borrow $20,000 to put in a swimming pool with and give the bank a second mortgage as security for that lien. So now they have their first mortgage, $200,000, and then they have the $20,000 second mortgage. And they make payments on that. Now, the reason you need to know this is if that person goes to sell that house, usually they pay both of those liens off. But let's say that they fall on hard times and they can't make their payments. Well, if they can't make their payments, then they default on their first mortgage, the $200,000 mortgage. The $200,000 mortgage will foreclose on the property, and when they do, that junior mortgage, that inferior lien, will be wiped out at the auction sale. So when that property is sold, as I described in my previous video, when that lien is foreclosed, property is sold at auction, that second mortgage is wiped out. And so it no longer exists and the bank doesn't get their money. Because that's true, most of the time that second lender is much more aggressive in foreclosing first. So if you miss 4 or 5 payments, your first mortgagee will start to foreclose on you. But if you miss 1 or 2 payments on that second mortgage, they'll start to foreclose. Because if the second mortgage forecloses, your property will still be sold at public auction just like it would be if the first mortgage was, but whoever buys it at the auction sale will owe your first mortgage. So whoever buys it at the auction will own that house, but they'll owe the first mortgage. They'll own it subject to that mortgage. And they're going to have to pay that off or make payments on it or do something. Now, because that's true, a lot of times in real estate, especially when the market has a little downward spiral. I'm making this video in August of 2021, and we're definitely not in a downward spiral now, but I personally believe we will be in about 12 to 15 months. I'm not sure, but if we are, we get in a downward spiral, a person can't make either one of their payments, and so they start defaulting. And a lot of times we end up doing what we call short sales or loss mitigation. And that's where the market has dropped and the house is not worth $300,000 anymore. It's only worth, say, $220,000. Well, in that case, if we sell the house, there's barely enough equity in the house to pay the first mortgage and the second mortgage and the real estate fees and the attorney fees that's foreclosing. And so these costs back up. And a lot of times we do what's known as a short sale. And a short sale is where we go to the bank and say, I know you're owed X amount of dollars, but would you take X minus? And oftentimes they do. But typically if you got a first mortgage foreclosing and a junior mortgage, that junior mortgage says, no, we want the whole $20,000. Well, that kind of jams up the works with short sales. And I learned a long time ago from a realtor's point of view, somebody that's trying to sell the house and earn a commission, that a lot of times if you got enough junior mortgages, you don't have enough equity, it's not going to turn into a sale anyway. That first mortgage is going to have to foreclose, wipe those guys out. So a lot of times that becomes very difficult. So if you're having a hard time, pay your second mortgage first. Because as I said, they'll be more aggressive in getting foreclosed and getting the money from you. So make the payments on your second mortgage and keep making the payments on your first mortgage And of course, I would suggest that you sell your car or sell your jewelry or do something and get some money to pay that second mortgage off. Don't be losing your house just because hard times come, because hard times come and hard times go. So if you have problems with foreclosure on your house, give me a call, Ron Climer, 828-755-6996, and I think I can help you get out of a bad situation. I've been doing it for many, many, many years for other people, and I think I can help you. So give me a call. Also, you might want to subscribe to my channel here, because I'm constantly putting up things about foreclosure and real estate. And I can sell real estate even if you're not in foreclosure. So if you just got a house you want to sell, give me a call. Let me help you with it. Thank you very much.